Not all coins are what they seem. Some were spent without a second thought. Yet they're worth thousands, even millions today, hidden in drawers, jars, and pockets. Are pieces of history waiting to be discovered. At Rare Coins, we uncover the real value, the truth behind the hype, and the coins collectors would do anything to own. Welcome to Rare Coins. Most people look at a penny and see nothing but a copper-colored coin worth a single cent. It's small, it's common, and it's the lowest denomination in U.S. currency. But for collectors, the humble penny is a treasure map. Hidden in plain sight are rare varieties worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And one of the most exciting modern finds is the 2022 P-double die obverse Lincoln Shield cent. Now let's break this down. The P mint mark tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest U.S. mint facility. In 2022, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 4.3 billion pennies. With so many coins flooding into circulation, finding one with a rare variety seems impossible. Yet thanks to a tiny error during die creation, the 2022 P-double die exists and it's already shaking up the hobby. So what exactly is a DDO? A double die obverse happens when the working die, the tool used to strike the design into the blank plancher, is impressed twice, slightly out of alignment. This creates doubling in the design itself. Unlike cheap machine doubling, which looks flat and worthless, a true doubled die has crisp, thickened details and split lines. Every coin struck by that die shows the doubling. That makes it a permanent collectible variety. On the 2022 P penny, the doubling is most noticeable on the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and sometimes on the date itself. Collectors often report thicker letters, spread lines, and even dramatic splits under magnification. To the naked eye, it might look like slightly bold lettering, but under a loupe, it becomes undeniable. You're holding a mint-made mistake. Now here's where the story gets thrilling. A regular 2022 penny is worth exactly 1 cent, even in pristine condition. Without errors, it might fetch only 25 cents to $1 from collectors. But once you add in the DDO variety, the value skyrockets. Circulated examples can sell for $25 to $50. In uncirculated red condition, that range jumps to $100 to $250. Certified coins graded MS65 and above by PCGS or NGC have already reached $400 to $800. And bold, dramatic DDOs with high grades have the potential to break the $1,000 barrier. For a coin that people spend without a second thought, that's incredible. And here's a twist. Because the 2022 P is so new, very few people are searching their change closely. That means discoveries are still happening in real time. Right now, someone could be dumping rolls of pennies at their bank, unaware that they're handing away coins worth hundreds. That's why collectors are racing to find them before they disappear into long-term collections. Let's talk auctions. On eBay, raw ungraded examples of the 2022 PDDO have already sold in the $50 to $150 range. Coins certified by PCGS in gem red condition have pushed past $500, and here's the real suspense. Experts believe the market is still undervaluing this coin. As more collectors build full Shield cent sets, demand will rise, and prices could easily double or triple in the coming years. Now imagine this. You're going through a roll of pennies from your local bank. You've searched hundreds of them, mostly ordinary coins. Then you flip one over and notice the date looks a little thicker. You grab your magnifier. Suddenly you see it. The doubling on Liberty is sharp and clear. Your heart starts pounding. This is no ordinary cent. You just pulled a coin worth $500 straight from a roll that cost you face value. That moment of discovery is what makes coin hunting so addictive. So how do you find one of these coins? It's simple. Get penny rolls from your bank. $25 will give you 50 rolls, or 2,500 coins to search. Set up a desk light, grab a 10x loupe or a USB microscope, and carefully check each 2022 Philadelphia penny. Focus on the inscriptions first. Any thick letters or split serifs could signal a double die. Don't be discouraged if you don't see one right away. Variety hunting is a numbers game. But the payoff is massive when you hit gold. And here's a collector's tip. Condition is everything. A circulated DDO is fun, but the real money is in mint state red examples. If you find a fresh shiny coin, don't clean it. Cleaning destroys collector value. Instead, place it in a protective 2x2 flip or capsule. If you think you have a strong DDO, send it to a grading service. A slabbed MS66RD with the double die attribution can command top dollar at auction. Now let's zoom out to the bigger picture. The Lincoln Shield scent series began in 2010, replacing the Memorial scent. At first, many collectors didn't take it seriously. After all, it was just another penny design. But in the years since, the Shield scent has exploded with valuable varieties. Doubled dies, repunched mint marks, even dramatic off-center strikes. The 2022 PDDO is now part of that growing list, and it may go down as one of the key varieties of the decade. Here's another layer of suspense. Philadelphia is notorious for producing more double dies than the Denver Mint. That means sharp-eyed. Collectors are always on the lookout for Philly pennies, and the 2022 P may turn out to be one of the most important double dies of the Shield scent series. With so many struck but so few identified so far, we could be standing at the start of a major discovery curve. Let's picture it another way. Somewhere in a coffee shop, someone gets change for their dollar. They toss a shiny 2022 penny into the tip jar without a thought. Later, another person, maybe you, picks up a roll of pennies, and inside is that same coin. You examine it, recognize the doubling, and realize you've just rescued a $500 coin from obscurity. That's the thrill of this hobby. Treasure hiding in everyday life. So what's the bottom line? The 2022 P double die obverse Shield scent may be one of the most exciting modern penny discoveries, with values starting at a $25 for circulated examples, reaching $100, $250 in uncirculated condition, and climbing into the $500 to $1,000 range for high-grade certified coins. This is a variety worth searching for. And remember, they're out there, right now, sitting in bank rolls, coin jars, and pocket change across America. The next time you see a 2022 penny with a Philadelphia P mint mark, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, because that little cent could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And that's why coin collectors never stop hunting. Most people think of the penny as the least valuable coin in their pocket. It's the one you drop on the floor and don't bother to pick up. But what if I told you that a simple 2022 penny, struck at the Denver Mint, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2022 D doubled, the obverse Shield scent. Let's start with the basics. The D mint mark means this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 2022, Denver struck over 4.2 billion pennies. Yes, billions. That makes the odds of pulling a rare variety seem almost impossible. But thanks to a subtle minting error, some of those 2022 D pennies left the presses with a double die, and they've become one of the most exciting finds for collectors. So what exactly is a double die obverse, or DDO? It happens during the die-making process, when the working die that strikes the coin receives two impressions of the design slightly out of alignment. That doubling becomes locked into the die itself. Every coin struck by that die shows the same doubled design. Unlike machine doubling, which is flat and worthless, a true doubled die shows bold, crisp separation lines, making it a collectible variety with real staying power. On the 2022 D penny, the doubling is usually seen on Liberty, In God We Trust, and sometimes on the date itself. Collectors report thickened letters, extra notches, and spreading that's visible even without high magnification. Under a loupe or USB microscope, the effect is undeniable. Now let's talk value, because this is where things get exciting. A regular 2022 Denver penny is worth 1 cent. Even in shiny, uncirculated condition, it's basically pocket change. But once you add in the double die variety, the value multiplies dramatically. Circulated examples of the 2022 DDO already sell for $15 to $40. In bright red uncirculated condition, the price range jumps to $75 to $200. Certified coins in gem condition, MS65 and above, are crossing the $300 to $600 mark, and for the strongest double dies in superb condition, collectors are predicting auction prices over $1,000. Imagine that. A single penny worth a month's rent, hiding in a coin roll that cost you face value. Now here's where the suspense kicks in. Denver is not as well known as Philadelphia for producing doubled dies. That means when one shows up, it often commands more attention. Fewer varieties slip out of Denver, so when they do, collectors rush to secure them. The 2022 DDO has quickly become a must-have for variety hunters. Let's look at real market activity. On eBay, raw examples have sold for $50 to $120 within weeks of being listed. Coins graded MS66RD by PCGS have already topped $500, and the strongest varieties are still being discovered. This means the ceiling for value hasn't even been set yet. We could very well see a dramatic spike in prices once the variety is fully recognized in major coin guides. Imagine this moment: you're searching through a fresh roll of 2022 D pennies from your bank. Most look ordinary, shiny copper-coated zinc pieces. Then you spot one where Liberty looks unusually thick. You take a closer look. With your loupe, you notice the letters show clear doubling. Your heart races. You've just found a doubled die that could pay for your groceries, your bills, or maybe even a brand new laptop. That rush of discovery is exactly why so many people are drawn to coin roll hunting. But here's the catch. You won't find these coins unless you look. Millions of collectors ignore modern pennies, assuming they're worthless. That leaves opportunities wide open for sharp-eyed searchers. Right now, these coins are slipping through cash registers, coin jars, and bank rolls across the country. So how do you search effectively? Step 1. Get rolls of pennies directly from your bank. 25s will buy you 50 rolls, or 2,500 pennies. Step 2. Grab a 10x magnifier or a USB microscope. Step 3. Check every 2022 Denver penny carefully. Focus on the inscriptions first. If the letters look thicker, bolder, or split, you may have found your treasure. And here's an expert tip: condition matters. Circulated finds are nice, but if you want the big money, look for uncirculated red coins. These usually come from fresh rolls. Don't ever clean them. Cleaning ruins the surface and destroys collector value. Instead, store your finds in a protective 2x2 flip, capsule, or coin tube. If you believe you have a strong DDO, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for official certification. A slabbed and attributed coin will always sell for more. Now let's zoom out. The Lincoln Shield scent series, which began in 2010, is still fairly new in the eyes of numismatics. But already it's producing exciting varieties like double dies, off-center strikes, and transitional errors. The 2022 Denver doubled die may become one of the key varieties for the Shield scent era. Just as the 1995 doubled die memorial scent became famous in its day, the 2022 D has the potential to achieve legendary status among modern pennies. And here's a fascinating thought. Billions of 2022 D pennies exist, but only a small fraction are doubled dies. That rarity, combined with high demand, drives prices higher. Every time someone finds one and locks it away in a collection, fewer remain in circulation. As supply shrinks, values will only climb. Picture this: a child today gets a shiny 22 D penny in their allowance. They toss it in a drawer, forget about it, and years later, an adult collector discovers it's a rare doubled die worth $1,000. That's the kind of future surprise that makes coin collecting magical. So what's the bottom line? The 2022 D doubled die obverse Lincoln Shield scent is more than just pocket change. It's a modern rarity that's already selling for hundreds and could one day be worth thousands. With circulated examples going for $15, $40, uncirculated examples hitting $200, and high-grade, certified coins soaring past $500 and climbing toward $1,000. This is one of the most exciting coins in circulation right now. Don't ignore those 2022 Denver pennies. Search them, study them, and you just might find one of the great modern treasures of American coinage. Most people overlook the penny. It's the smallest coin in our pocket, and many of us leave it behind in change trays or toss it into jars. But hidden among the billions of ordinary cents, there are modern rarities that can turn a single penny into a life-changing discovery. Today we're going to uncover the fascinating story of the 2023 Philadelphia doubled die obverse Lincoln Shield cent. Now, what makes this coin special? In 2023, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 5 billion pennies. That's right, billions. With such massive production, mistakes are bound to happen. And among those billions, some pennies slipped through with a rare and collectible error, a doubled die obverse or DDO. So what exactly is a DDO? During the die-making process, the design is pressed into a steel die. If the hub impresses the die more than once, slightly out of alignment, the result is doubling. That doubling gets locked into the die itself. Every coin struck with it shows the same doubled features. Unlike machine doubling, which is flat and worthless, a true doubled die shows thick, bold separation in the letters and numbers. On the 2023 P penny, the doubling has been spotted on several key places. The motto, "In God We Trust," the word "liberty," and sometimes on the date 2023. When you see it, the letters look thicker, with split edges that give away their doubled nature. Even without high magnification, strong examples show obvious distortion. Under a loupe or USB microscope, the effect is dramatic. Now let's talk money, because this is where the excitement builds. A regular 2023 Philadelphia penny is worth just 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, it's pocket change. But with a double die obverse, values rise fast. Circulated examples already sell for $20 to $50. Bright uncirculated examples jump to the $75 to $200 range. Certified high-grade examples, especially MS65 and above, are already fetching $400 to $700. And the strongest known double dies may one day reach $2,500 or more at major auctions. Think about that. A coin you could pull from a coin roll or even your grocery change has the potential to pay for a brand new phone, a month's rent or more. Here's the fascinating part. 2023 marks only the 13th year of the Lincoln Shield cent series. That makes every variety an error. Important to collectors who want to complete the series, the 2023 PDDO is already standing out as one of the key modern discoveries. Some numismatists even compare it to the legendary 1995 double die Lincoln cent, which exploded in popularity and is still a sought-after coin today. Let's look at what's happening in the real market. On eBay and collector forums, strong examples have sold raw for over $100. PCGS and NGC graded coins have already been hammered down in auctions above $500. And the year isn't even old yet, meaning the full potential of this coin hasn't been realized. As more collectors become aware, prices are likely to climb. Now imagine this moment. You're sitting at your table, searching through a roll of 2023 pennies from the bank. Most of them look ordinary, shiny copper-plated zinc pieces. But then you spot something. Liberty looks a little thicker than usual. You grab your magnifier, your heart starts racing. The letters show split lines, clear doubling. You've just found a coin worth hundreds of dollars, hidden inside a roll that cost you a penny apiece. That adrenaline rush is why coin roll hunters keep searching. So how do you find one of these treasures? Here are some tips. 1. Search bank rolls. $25 in pennies equals 50 rolls, or 2,500 coins. That's a lot of chances to hit the jackpot. 2. Use proper tools. A 10x jeweler's loupe or a USB microscope is essential. You won't catch the details with the naked eye. 3. Check the inscriptions. Start with "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Doubling here is the strongest giveaway. Or focus on uncirculated rolls. The freshest coins often show the doubling most clearly and command the highest value. 5. Never clean your coins. Cleaning ruins their surface and slashes their value. Store finds in 2x2 flips or capsules. If you believe you've found a strong double die, the next step is certification. Sending it to PCGS or NGC not only verifies the variety but also locks in its grade. A slabbed coin can sell for double or triple what a raw coin brings. Now let's talk about rarity. Even though billions of pennies are made every year, Only a handful come out with this kind of doubling. And here's the kicker. Once collectors snatch them up, they vanish from circulation. That shrinking supply only drives up prices over time. A coin worth $200 today could very easily be worth $1,000 in a decade. Think about the story this coin tells. A child might get a 2023 penny in their allowance today. They toss it in a jar, forget about it, and years later, someone discovers it's one of the valuable doubled dies. Suddenly, what was once seen as worthless pocket change becomes a prized collectible. That's the magic of numismatics. Everyday objects turned into hidden treasure. And let's not forget the historical backdrop. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, making it America's longest-running coin design. With the Shield cent introduced in 2010, we entered a new era of design. The double die varieties of 2022 and 2023 are setting the stage for Shield cents to become just as iconic as the older wheat and memorial designs. Collectors now see these modern eras as opportunities to secure future classics while they're still affordable. So what's the bottom line? The 2023 Philadelphia doubled, the obverse Lincoln Shield cent, is one of the most exciting modern coins you can find in change right now, with circulated examples selling for $20, $50, uncirculated examples commanding $100, $200, and certified high-grade coins already hitting $500 to $700, with potential to soar higher. This is not a penny you want to ignore. Check your change, search your rolls, and don't overlook the smallest coin in your pocket. Because the next time you pull out a 2023 Philadelphia penny, it could be the discovery that makes your collection or your bank account a whole lot richer.